What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, Cam ATL, and welcome back to another video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comment section to enter your name into the $50 giveaway I do every single week on this channel. Thank y'all for joining me as always, man. Excited for another day. Excited to keep this fucking just domination going with Props Made Easy. The Props Made Easy tools hit at over 77% of the top EV promoted on the tool yesterday. Which, by the way, which means if you were taking the top EV and only the top EV throughout the day yesterday, you had a fantastic day overall. It's one of those things where, and I'm up another 10 units yesterday alone. It's one of those things where it's like, at the end of the day, the only thing that can make you a better is by making those decisions along the way that just make things easier for you and get you into that profit quicker than if you just figure out the hard way later. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's why I love that I'm able to touch thousands of people a day, because I'm able to talk to people who may be stumbling across sports betting for the first time, and I'm able to get them going on the right track before they even get caught up in that bullshit on social media with the home run parlays and all this other shit that people will never be profitable doing. You know what I mean? Like, there's still a group of people who will come in and watch my videos every day who bet on dumb shit and won't listen to what I say because they just want to do it their way, or they think they know better, or blah, 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 blah. And they're just going to have a tough time long term. I mean, none of these people, it is a very low number when it comes to the people in this industry that are actually profitable long term. And the only way to do that is by playing plus EV and beating those closing lines every single time, which is what Props Made Easy will do for you. Props Made Easy will put you on the plays that will bump eventually. It'll put you on those plays that are amazing expected value comparative to where all the other books are, especially if you follow the rule book we've been doing, man. It is changing members' lives already in the first 10 days of April since I've been talking about this rule. 5% or higher EV, straight betting. We're straight betting on sites that you can straight bet. That's the number one priority. If you're in a state, whatever state you're in, you need to look and see what sports books you have that you can play that are on our list here, that are regular books, okay, that you can straight bet on. And you need to get access to those. That way you can start straight betting plays that are 5% or higher EV, 30 or more books built into the consensus, and you can start following along and following the rule book to be able to add to your profit every month, okay? It's a simple-minded thing that if you follow it, it'll really change the game for you when it comes to this shit. You feel what I'm saying? So propsmadeeasy.com is the tools. You no longer have to pay 50 plus dollars for data. I mean, it's only $20 at Props Made Easy. You get the best EV data right there in front of you, as well as being able to see history results if you absolutely need to by clicking on the card. It's just an amazing site, and it's only $20 a month. You can get a free day trial today and see it for yourself. Obviously, if you know anything about sports betting, that the real value comes once you play longer term. Like, sure, you could join Props Made Easy and win immediately, but the point is making long-term profit. That's all that matters. Short-term profit doesn't really matter much. It's about long-term profit. It's about, can it be sustainable? Because anybody can have success for a few days. You know what I mean? You could go off last five and have a success for a day or two, but long-term, you're going to be way down following that method. So it's about long-term success in this game. There is a big group of people who are losing bettors, and will be losing bettors for the entire existence that they bet. And then there's a group of people that actually want to make money, are in this for money, and really will take advice and join tools like Props Made Easy for only $20 a month and level up. You feel what I'm saying? So let's get it, man. Shout out to the 18,300 people plus that are joined on Props Made Easy, man. Shout out to y'all for making that decision. I absolutely love to have y'all here, and let's get into the best place for today. Refreshing. I'm at the back half of my allergies, man, so I'm almost done with this shit, but I may cough a few times while I'm live. All right, so first and foremost, let's talk about Prize Picks real quick, because there's a few plays that are interesting here. Trae Young, over 14.5 rebounds, assists, is a 5.9 EV. That's over the 5% we look for. 33 books are built into the consensus odds of minus 135 across 33 books, 5.9 EV. This is exactly what we're looking for. If you have to play a DFS site, then every leg of the slip that you create needs to follow our rule book. 5% or higher EV, 30 or more books built into the consensus. Okay, that is a simple rule to follow. which will change the game for you. Also, though, let me reiterate, the more legs you have to add into a slip, the more minus EV it becomes. Straight betting is the number one best way to raise your profit. If you just refuse to do that and you have to pair things together, then so be it. But the best way is straight betting. Okay, and you can't do that on the DFS apps, which is why I really don't play a ton of the DFS apps as much anymore, because they force you to have to pair up, which I don't really want to do. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I really do mostly straight bets these days, whether it be money line, run lines, or just player props, straight bets. Fliff, Novig, the sites like that are available in a lot of states. So make sure if you have access to those, you get those in. Miles Turner over 6.5 rebounds is a 5.5 EV on Prize Picks. 49 books are baked into that 5.5 EV with a minus 134 consensus. So really like Miles Turner over 6.5 rebounds. Not going to talk much about Precious. Even though he's over the 5%, he's not meeting our 30-book threshold. There's only 17 books baked into that. Precious Achiuwa over 9.5 points is just under that 5 range with 55 books built into this. Okay, so I understand that the value is much harder to come by over on Prize Picks. So if you have to, fine. But I don't really think you have to. I think you can be patient and wait, and you'll get an opportunity where you'll have everything checked eventually, okay? Let's check all of the DFS books real quick for NBA. I'm selecting all the DFS books. Boom. All right, Cade Cunningham's at the top, but there's only 12 books built into his first quarter points, so not enough sample for us to go with that. Jaren Jackson Jr. over 26.5 PRA on Dabble is a 6.14 EV. 34 books built into that 6.14. That's exactly what we're looking for. Trae Young over 14.5 rebounds assists on Prize Picks. We already talked about that play. Brooke Lopez over 4.5 rebounds, 5.65 EV. 46 books baked into that 5.65. Miles Turner over 6.5 rebounds, 5.5 EV. 49 books built into that 5.5 EV. Good spot there as well. Mike Conley, DraftKings Pick 6 making an appearance. Normally their EV is trash, but Mike Conley under 2.5 rebounds has 38 books baked into that 5.5, so good spot for Mike Conley under 2.5 rebounds there. And then let's see, all of these are under our 30 threshold. Trae Young's over 14.5 rebounds assists can be played on Vivid Picks as well. So that's about it there for the DFS books for NBA. Let's look at all books and look over the absolute best options. Now, all books means that there's going to be a lot of books here that we can straight bet on. First things first, Tim Hardaway Jr. is at the top, but he does not meet our threshold. Make sure you're checking all the boxes. There's only 11 books baked into this first quarter points. Not a ton of sports books are going to have first quarter props for these guys, so that's why it's such a low amount. If you scroll down, though, you'll find Cade Cunningham over 1.5 three-pointers made on BetMGM at minus 118. 9.98 EV, 59 books built into that 9.98 EV, making Cade Cunningham the best straight bet you can take right now on his over 1.5 three-pointers made at minus 118. And the beauty of props made easy and the key to success is getting this lines before they end up worse later. For example, this is at minus 118 right now on BetMGM. As you can see, the consensus across 59 books are all the way up to minus 147. That means this will get much closer to this eventually. And the fact you're getting it here gets you amazing expected value. And that's the key. Straight bet. Zach Edey over 10.5 points on DraftKings at minus 110, 9.63 EV, 57 books baked into that 9.63 EV. Amazing spot for Zach Edey over 10.5 points, who just had an amazing game last night, I believe. John Morant over 6.5 assists at minus 105 on DraftKings, 9.34 EV, 63 books built into that 9.34 EV. Amazing spot there for John Morant as well. Kyle Kuzma over 4.5 rebounds, minus 108 on Sportsbet, 9.3 EV, 45 books baked into that. Again, all of these are following our rule book. You can there's so many options to straight bet already this morning, and there will be hundreds more throughout the day. I want y'all to try to, especially if you have a small bankroll, try to stay within that 5 range or so. Do about 5 straight bets or so, and just do dollar units if you need to, and just slowly but surely build your bankroll off playing these smart plus EV plays. Karl Anthony Towns under 2.5 assists is minus 130 on Novig. 8.87 EV, 41 books baked in to that 8.87. And again, let me reiterate again, if you have a small bankroll and you can't deal with a ton of losses throughout the month, yes, playing the top EV plays will get you the most profit by the end of the month, but some of you are in bankroll building mode. Some of you have small units, some of you need to build your bankroll. And in that case, we do have a filter at Props Made Easy called Favored EV. That way you can see plays that are already favored on the sports books in question. That way you know that not only are you taking a play that is EV, but you're making sure you're taking a play that's already favored. That way the chances of that play hitting are higher to begin with. Okay, so you still want to follow the same rule book, except all of the plays that are going to show for you are going to be minus 120 or higher odds already on the sportsbook in question. That way it's a less risk play. Okay, back to what we were talking about. Jaren Jackson's over 26.5 PRA on Bet365. We already talked about him being somewhere. Didn't we talk about his PRA already? No, we didn't already. Okay. So Jaren Jackson over 26.5 PRA at minus 115 on Bet365. You can play it on DraftKings as well. Kyle Kuzma over 4.5 rebounds at minus 110 at an 8.38 EV out of 45 books baked in. So a lot of amazing options on the board right now, man. And again, like as always, it is super easy to see the best plays at Props Made Easy. Only $20 a month. The only people who can't afford $20 a month are the people who should not be gambling anyway. So if you are in this video and you're gambling and you haven't spent and you're comfortable financially, right? And you haven't spent the matter of fact, if you're just in this live show and you're gambling, you have $20 to bet, or you shouldn't be gambling to begin with. So I'm assuming the fact you're gambling, you have the money. So invest in yourself. Put the $20 into yourself by getting the tool at Props Made Easy so you can make better decisions, smarter decisions, and raise your bankroll. It's that simple. All right. At the top of the list here, a guy who made me some money the other day, Cameron Meisner, over 0.5 bases on Profit X at minus 113. A 9.03 EV, 41 books baked into that 9.03 EV, so great spot for Cameron Meisner. Chris Bassett, over 5.5 strikeouts at minus 118 on Novig, 7.16 EV, minus 138 of the consensus among 51 books, baked into that 7.16, so good spot there. Jose Soriano over 4.5 hits allowed at minus 113 on Bet Online. 6.4 EV, 36 books baked into that. Amazing spot there. Christopher Morel over 0.5 bases, already favored at minus 130 on Fanatics. 5.9 EV, 41 books baked into that EV. Cameron Meisner, again, you can grab him on Bet Online at minus 120 at a 5.97. 42 books baked into that 5.97. Again, there are so many options. It's just a plethora of options available to us, man. Let me just do the DFS books real quick. Just looking at the DFS books, we really have nothing over 5% right now when it comes to the DFS books, which is another reason why you need these other sports books as well. Because if you can, first of all, the sharpest, smartest, professional level way to bet is straight betting on regular books, not playing these DFS apps. Okay, and doing all that shit. It's really not. There's not many people profitable on Prize Picks. Why? Because you have to pair legs up, and these plays aren't plus EV. Now, if you do play the DFS sites, though, remember, follow the rule book. 5% or higher EV, which you can see on Props Made Easy, and then 30 or more consensus books, which you can see right here, which is also very important because a lot of places don't just tell you how many books are baked into that number. So it's very important for you to utilize that and take advantage of knowing that, okay? Let's move on to NHL. Some amazing options, though. It's going to be a great day, man. Another fantastic day. I don't see Prize Picks for NHL today. When it comes to all bets, though, we've got Patrick Kane under 2.5 shots on goal on Sportsbet at minus 136. You can grab this same thing on FanDuel as well at minus 138. Under 2.5 shots on goal, 7.03 EV, 36 books baked into that. And again, this is a favorite EV type play. If you go to all EV, you go to the filter right here and go to favorite EV, you will see that play. Okay, and this is what I'm talking about by the low bankroll people. Y'all can play favored EV spots that are over the 5% EV, 30 or more books. That way you know that you're playing the absolute best spots. Okay, so you just come in, click the favored EV. That way every play showing is favored already. That way it's going to have a higher probability of hitting in the first place. And so that way you can have a little bit more consistency. Now, are you going to make as much profit by the end of the month if you follow the top EV? No, you won't. But you won't lose as much. So your bankroll will be able to sustain any losing times that happen that are inevitable in the betting industry. You feel what I'm saying? It's going to happen to the best of us, okay? As I've told y'all, the best bettors in the world have losing days. I still find it hilarious when people will come in my videos like at midnight and be like, "Oh, that play sucked." It's like the dumbest shit I've ever heard. It's like, bro, you're you're mentioning how one play out of an entire video and out of an entire day missed. Like, it just makes no sense. It shows like the education level of some of y'all who do this shit. It is so low, and just the knowledge level is so low, or life is just so sucky that you gotta go after people because it makes you feel better right before you go to bed. It's like the most pathetic shit in the world. Like, y'all don't hurt us content creators, y'all don't hurt our feelings saying shit like that. Okay, like anybody with a brain would be like, "Oh man, like I feel bad for this dude. This dude is like a sad human being at the moment." You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man. We could do better than that. But yeah, there's plenty of hockey options that are in play. The Patrick Kane play is a great one. Dylan Gunther over 2.5 shots on goal at minus 137 on Bet Rivers, 6.24 EV. 48 books baked into that. So just utilize props made easy and get those best options in. If we go take a look at, I believe we have some PGA on the board right now. We have some solid PGA right now. Scotty Scheffler under 69.5 strokes is a 7.35 EV on Prize Picks. John Rahm under 4.5 birdies or better is a 6.5. Again, there's not a ton of sports books that have golf. We don't have the consensus book added here, but just keep that in mind when you're adding these, that we don't, like, there could be 5 to 10 to 20 in these. There's probably not our 30 book minimum in these, but nonetheless, you can take these and have fun with them on the Masters. You feel what I'm saying? Some good spots there. All right, let's look at the Game Center. Go over some game bets for the day real quick. All right. So for first things first, I want to look at the main market. So point spread, 2.54 is the highest EV on point spread. Money line, nothing too crazy. 3.14 is the highest there. Total points, 3.06. So NBA, nothing so far. Team total. Team total, we have the Detroit Pistons over 115.5 at minus 105 odds on Hard Rock. For my folks in Florida, 59 books are baked into an average of minus 117, which puts this at a 5.62. So great play for the Detroit Pistons over 115.5 team total. And that's about it for NBA that I would go with at the moment. You can be patient and have some better stuff pop in, though. For MLB, once again, we won another live bet yesterday on X. Another live bet hit. We took Philly first half plus 0.5. Game ended up being 0-0 after the fifth. Another easy W from the live games area at Props Made Easy at the top right filter right here. You can switch to live games and bet on live games at any time. Let's look at the main markets for baseball. Run line, super close here for the Milwaukee Brewers line, but it's a 4.36. 74 books built into it, though. Plus 140 on Novig. Minus 1.5 run line for the Milwaukee Brewers. Decent option. They've been absolutely wrecking. Team total, though, has some amazing options. Milwaukee Brewers under 5.5 team total is minus 115 on Circa. 61 books are baked into an average of minus 132 on the, making it a 6.57 EV for the Milwaukee Brewers. Tampa Bay Rays over 3.5 team total on Circa at minus 125. 54 books baked into an average of minus 140, making it a 5.1 EV there. So two solid options there. And then that's really about it. Let's move on to hockey. All right, over on hockey, let's check out the main markets. Team total. As always, we've got some solid options. Carolina Hurricanes over 3.5 team total at plus 145 on BetOnline. It's in that threshold of plus 150 to minus 130 that I personally like to follow. 35 books baked into a plus 130 average among the sports books, but yet you're getting it at plus 145, making it a 6.38. So really good spot there. Puck line, nothing too crazy. 4.03 is the highest option for puck line. Money line, very close for the Washington Capitals. 4.59 EV out of 95 books, making it a 4.59, getting this at plus 120 on BetOnline. Solid options there. But that's about it, man. Thank y'all for joining me as always. We were able to get into it once again. Let's have another amazing day, man. Let's keep that hit rate over 75%. But honestly, the hit rate doesn't even matter when you're playing plus EV, because no matter what, If you're straight betting plus EV, especially following our rule book of 5% or higher EV, 30 or more books built into the consensus, your hit rate means nothing. By the end of the month, you will be up. You will be profitable every single month. And that is the key here, man. There is not, let me tell y'all something. There is not many bettors in this industry who are profitable. Your favorite people you take advice from online are not profitable in sports betting. A lot of them aren't. A lot of them don't even know the concept of how to do this shit correctly. But you, as a regular bettor with a regular job, some of you are at work right now listening to me, you can make serious side money by sticking to a certain strategy. Y'all know me. First of all, y'all know me. I would never tell you something if it's not for your best, for the best for you. You feel what I'm saying? I would never tell y'all something. I'm not money hungry. I'm not in this shit trying to get y'all's money for nothing. Okay, I don't have some Discord I'm charging for y'all. Okay, at the end of the day, these tools we have to charge for. We're charging the minimum for them at only $20 a month. Why? Because we spend 6 figures on the data alone for this site, making it as official as we can. So we have to. But y'all know me. I'm a real one. I'm going to keep it real with my people. That's the number one priority. When I tell y'all something, I really mean it, and I'm really telling you this shit can really change your life and help you. But at the end of the day, it's up to you. Okay, I can lead you to the money. I can lead you in the right direction, right? But unless you stay dedicated on it and keep it going, you'll never succeed. You'll never get to that finish line where you can pick that money up and be like, oh shit, Cam was not fucking lying. And honestly, at the end of the day, even if it's one person that I put on this and they consistently do it, I feel better about it, you know? And I already know there's 20 plus people in my lives every day that are following the rule book, and I love to see that, man. So I'll see y'all at 3 p.m. Central for the live stream. We'll go over some plays. Make sure until then you go join Props Made Easy, man. It's only $20 a month. Go lock in. Appreciate y'all as always, man. Y'all have an amazing day, and I'm out. Peace.